If you leave your cat home alone while you go to work, or even just run errands for a few hours, you've probably told yourself the same thing most cat owners tell themselves. They'll be fine. Cats are independent. And in some ways, you're right. Cats are not dogs. They don't follow you to the door and howl when you leave. But here's the part that surprises most people: that calm exterior, it's not always what it looks like on the inside. Because researchers who study feline stress have found something cat owners almost never hear about. The things that happen inside your cat's body and brain while you're gone, the cortisol spikes, the behavioral shutdown, the slow accumulation of stress can quietly affect their health over weeks and months. By the end of this video, you'll know 7 things you can do before you walk out the door starting today that make a measurable difference in how your cat experiences being alone. Some of them take less than 30 seconds. Here's what most people don't understand about cats in solitude. Cats evolved as solitary hunters. That's real. But solitary doesn't mean they don't bond. It doesn't mean they don't form deep emotional attachments to the people they live with. It just means they've gotten very good at hiding when something is wrong. A 2019 study published in the journal Current Biology found that cats form secure attachment bonds with their owners at roughly the same rate as human infants bond with their caregivers. About 65% of cats tested showed clear signs of secure attachment. They look to you for safety. When you disappear, that matters. We're going to go through 7 things that veterinary behaviorists and feline researchers actually recommend things most cat owners skip entirely. And we'll start with something that takes almost no effort, but that a surprising number of people never think to do. Number 1, leave more than one water source. Before you leave, check that there is fresh water in at least 2 separate locations, not just one bowl in the kitchen. Cats are notoriously poor drinkers. They evolved in dry climates and get most of their moisture from prey, not from standing water. When they're stressed, which happens even mildly when their person leaves, they drink even less. Dehydration adds up quietly over time. Multiple water points increase the chance your cat will actually drink. If one bowl gets knocked over, or develops a film on top, or just feels wrong to them that day, there's another option. Veterinary nutritionists specifically recommend this for cats who spend long stretches home alone. Your cat isn't going to thank you out loud, but their kidneys will. But hydration is just the beginning. Number 2, give them something to work for. Don't just leave food in a bowl. Leave food they have to find. Puzzle feeders, snuffle mats, kibble scattered in small piles across the floor, dry food tucked inside a paper bag. All of these activate what behaviorists call seeking behavior. The seeking system in a cat's brain releases dopamine, the same feel-good chemical released during a successful hunt. A bowl of food is consumed in 3 minutes. A puzzle feeder can occupy a cat for 20 to 45 minutes. More importantly, it gives them something meaningful to do during the hours they would otherwise spend sitting and waiting. This single change has been shown in behavioral studies to reduce stress-related behaviors like overgrooming and hiding in cats left home alone. It takes you about 30 extra seconds to set up. Now, here's where it gets a little more complicated. Number 3, light matters, but probably not the way you think. A lot of owners pull the blinds before they leave. They worry about the cat getting too warm, or they just don't think about it. Here's the nuance. The complete absence of natural light is actually stressful for cats. Cats are crepuscular, meaning most active at dawn and dusk. But they also have a biological need for light cycles throughout the day. Natural light coming through a window tells their nervous system what time it is. It regulates their internal clock and their mood. Without it, especially in winter months, cats can experience something similar to seasonal mood disruption. More practically, a window with something to watch birds, squirrels, passing pedestrians is genuinely stimulating. Researchers call it environmental enrichment through visual access. Cat owners call it cat TV. Both are right. Leave at least one window accessible. Just make sure it's safe, no open screens they could push out. And this next one? Most cat owners get it completely wrong. Number 4, the litter box math most owners never do. The standard recommendation from the American Association of Feline Practitioners is this: 1 litter box per cat plus 1 extra. 1 cat means 2 boxes. 2 cats means 3. In different locations, most single cat households have 1 box. That is the most common mistake in everyday feline care, and it's one that compounds when your cat is home alone for a long stretch. Here's why it matters. Cats under stress are more likely to avoid a litter box they perceive as dirty or unsafe. When you're home, you notice when it needs cleaning. When you're gone for 8 or 9 hours, one box can cross a threshold your cat decides is no longer acceptable. What happens next, elimination on your couch, your bed, or your laundry, is not spite. It is your cat solving a problem with the only options available: two boxes in separate locations, cleaned before you leave. That's the fix. If you're the kind of person who actually thinks about what your cat experiences when you're not there, and clearly you are, or you wouldn't still be watching, it would mean a lot if you'd hit subscribe. We put out videos like this every week. Real science about cat behavior, explained in a way that actually makes sense for the cat you love. Number 5, separation anxiety in cats is real and almost always invisible. This is the one I really want you to pay attention to. Most people believe cats don't get separation anxiety. That is a myth. A 2020 study from Brazil found that 13% of cats in the sample showed clear signs of separation-related disorder. Veterinary behaviorists believe the real number is significantly higher because most of the signs happen when no one is home to see them. Excessive vocalization right after you leave. Eliminating outside the litter box only on days you're gone. Over-grooming that slowly creates bald patches. Eating too fast and vomiting regularly. Hiding when you come home instead of greeting you. These are the quiet signals. Most owners miss them for months. The owners who catch it early do something before it becomes entrenched. They increase environmental enrichment. They use calming pheromone diffusers products like Feline, which mimic the facial pheromone cats produce when they feel safe in a space. In more serious cases, they work with a veterinary behaviorist. But here's something that surprised me when I first learned it. Number 6. Your scent is a calming tool, and you can use it intentionally. Cats experience the world primarily through smell. Their olfactory system is 14 times more powerful than ours. And the scent they associate most strongly with safety? Yours. Studies on feline stress responses have found that an owner's scent, specifically worn clothing, measurably reduces cortisol markers in cats left alone. It's not sentimental, it's biochemistry. Before you leave, put a worn t-shirt or sweatshirt on the couch or the bed somewhere your cat already likes to rest, something you've worn for a day and haven't washed. The scent tells your cat's nervous system, the person who keeps me safe was just here. They'll be back. This is also why some cats sleep on the laundry pile. They're not being weird. They're self-medicating with the most reliable comfort signal they have. Which brings us to the last thing, and honestly, the most important. Number 7. How you leave shapes everything. Veterinary behaviorists call it departure anxiety amplification, and it happens in almost every household without owners ever realizing it. When you feel guilty about leaving, you telegraph it. You make prolonged, emotional goodbyes. You pick your cat up, hold them longer than usual, say sorry 3 times, and linger at the door. And your cat reads every bit of it. Not because they understand the words, but because they read your body language, your heart rate, and the change in your voice perfectly. Long, anxious departures prime the nervous system for stress. They teach your cat that leaving is a significant event, which means when you finally go, their body is already in a heightened state before the door even clicks shut. The fix is simple and counterintuitive. Make your departure boring, calm, quiet, brief. Give a small treat or a puzzle feeder. Say a normal word in a normal tone. Walk out. Practice it the same way every single time, so it becomes a predictable ritual rather than an event. Predictability is the foundation of feline emotional safety. Routines tell a cat that the world is okay, that you will come back, that this is just what happens and it's fine. So, the next time you head out the door, you'll know exactly what to do. Fresh water in 2 places. Food scattered or hidden something to hunt. A window left open to the world. A second litter box, cleaned before you leave. Your scent on the couch. And a calm, quiet goodbye. Those 7 things are the difference between a cat who endures your absence and a cat who genuinely rests through it. Your cat can't tell you when something is wrong. They don't have that language. But you now know what to look for, and more importantly, what to put in place before it ever becomes a problem. That's not just good pet care. That's the kind of attention that makes your cat's whole life better. And they chose you. So it matters. If you want to go deeper on feline stress and what it actually looks like day to day, I put together a video on the hidden signs your cat is anxious that I think you'll find just as surprising. It's right here. when you're ready.